Victims' rights versus victim liaison. The criminal retains all their rights, while the victims are pushed aside and silenced. I know this firsthand. The truth is this: once the trial ends, victims are forgotten, unless we learn about the Victim Liaison program and stand up to be heard. I understand how overwhelming and confusing this can be. I'm still learning myself, but I want to share this journey so you feel less alone, and so we can work together to ensure victims are heard. Hi, I'm Sarah Rainey. I lost my only child, Kenley Jean Rainey, to a repeat drunk driver. What I learned the hard way is this: the system does not protect victims unless we demand a fight for it and refuse to be silenced. This is my reality, not a myth, not something you see on TV, but the fight I face every single day. In this video, I'll show you why understanding the Victim Liaison program and your victim's rights is not optional. It's survival. Because here's the truth. No matter what you've read, what you've been told, or what you've seen on TV, nothing compares to experiencing it firsthand. And when you're the victim, you quickly realize the system was built for the criminal, not for you. That's my reality in fighting for justice for my son. And if you're a victim too, I want you to know you are not alone. This is our journey. I am going to be discussing the difference between victims' rights and victims' liaison. Victims' rights help you during the trial phase. Victim liaison helps you during the parole phase. So where do victims go to find information on the Victims Liaison program? This information should have been provided to the victims by the DA's Victims' Rights Advocate immediately after the felon was convicted and imprisoned. Far too often this information isn't given to victims. Instead, we're forced to beg and fight like a mama bear just to get what should have been ours from the start. I'll be honest, I didn't even learn about the Victim Liaison program until recently, when I started digging for information about Dennis's upcoming parole date. I needed to understand the rules because every state is different. And that's exactly what the liaison should have explained to me. I did register, but to this day, no one has called me back. And after finally finding out what we can and cannot do, I'll admit it, it's frustrating. But here's what I want you to know. I have found the people and the government agencies you can call to start getting help. I'm still not clear on everything, but I'm asking you to follow me on this journey. I hope that what I've learned will give you the information you need to fight for your voice too. If you don't register with the Victim Liaison program, your voice may never reach the parole board. And while you're struggling to find scraps of information, the felon's family and friends will already be organized. That's why this process must start early, at least a year and a half before parole. Believe me, the felon's family has been preparing since the day of conviction with full support from the legal system. That's why you must stand up, speak out, and fight like a mama bear. My son, Kenley, only got one chance, and it was stolen from him. I refuse to let his memory be silenced. And I don't want yours silenced either. So learn the difference, know your rights, and register. Because your voice is the only thing keeping him behind bars. What the world calls a myth, I call my reality. And if you're a victim too, you already know the difference. That's why in the next video, I'll show you how to make sure your voice really counts. But here's the catch. Even if you know about victim liaison, your voice still won't count unless you navigate a complex system of acronyms and portals that few people bother to explain. That's what I'll cover in the next video too. Because if you don't register, the parole board will not hear your voice. Don't miss it. If this helped you, please subscribe. Share this video and join me as I continue exposing the system and showing victims how to fight back. Because your voice matters, and if you don't use it, the system will erase it. I am not an attorney. I am a victim who has been fighting the system and sharing what I've learned through my own experiences. My intention is only to help other victims understand the importance of researching their own state laws and regulations, because every state is different and rules can change over time. I am Sarah Rainey, the proud mother of Kenley Rainey, who I lost to a drunk driver. Thank you.